A state-divided ethnic studies ignites controversy in California. California, land of sunshine, Hollywood, and now, a raging debate about ethnic studies in schools. The Golden State passed a law. It requires high schools to offer ethnic studies. The goal? Teach kids about the history and contributions of different racial and ethnic groups. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. It's become a political and cultural battleground. The Golden State's curriculum clash, Palo Alto and San Mateo in the spotlight. Take Palo Alto, a wealthy Silicon Valley town. They tried to create their own ethnic studies curriculum. Big mistake. Parents freaked out. They said it was biased. They said it was anti-Semitic. Death threats were made. The school board backed down. San Mateo had similar problems. Their curriculum was also accused of being anti-Semitic. The school board there is still trying to figure out what to do. This is what happens when you try to teach kids about race in America. It's a minefield. And everyone's afraid of stepping on something that will blow up in their face. Funding fight Newsom's budget gambit and the uncertain future of ethnic studies. Here's another wrinkle in this whole mess. Money. California's Governor Gavin Newsom is supposed to provide funding for these ethnic studies programs. But guess what? He's dragging his feet. He says there isn't enough money, but some people think he's just scared of the political fallout. I mean, who wants to be the governor who forces schools to teach kids about racism? It's a no-win situation. Clashing ideologies, progressives versus immigrant communities. This fight over ethnic studies isn't just about money, it's about ideology. On one side you have progressives. They want schools to teach kids about the history of racism and oppression in America. On the other side you have some immigrant groups. They're worried about how their cultures will be portrayed. They don't want their kids to be taught that America is a racist country. It's a tough situation. Both sides have valid points, but someone has to figure out how to teach kids about this stuff without starting a civil war. Section 5 Newsom's balancing act, political tightrope walk on ethnic studies. So, where does that leave Governor Newsom? Stuck in the middle, that's where. He's trying to please everyone. But that's like trying to herd cats. He's getting pressure from progressives to fund ethnic studies, but he's also getting pressure from conservatives to kill it. And let's not forget about those immigrant groups. They're a powerful voting bloc. Newsom can't afford to alienate them. Section 6, the national stage, California's curriculum battle resonates across America. What's happening in California is a microcosm of what's happening all over America. We're a country that's deeply divided about race, and those divisions are playing out in our schools. From fights over critical race theory to bans on books about slavery, it seems like everyone is trying to control what our kids are learning about history. It's a mess. And it's not going to get any better anytime soon. Section 7. Legal battles and legislative maneuvering. The fight for ethnic studies continues. The fight over ethnic studies is also playing out in the courts. There have been lawsuits filed against school districts that have tried to implement ethnic studies programs. And there have been lawsuits filed against school districts that have tried to block them. It's a legal quagmire. And it's costing taxpayers a fortune. Section 8. Voices from the trenches, students, teachers, and parents speak out. In the midst of all this political and legal wrangling, it's easy to forget about the people most affected by this debate, the students. They're the ones who are supposed to be learning from all of this. But right now, they're mostly just caught in the crossfire. Teachers are also feeling the pressure. They're being asked to teach about sensitive and controversial topics, and they're being told to do it without upsetting anyone. It's an impossible task. And parents are just as divided as everyone else. Some parents are demanding that their kids learn about ethnic studies. Other parents are pulling their kids out of schools that teach it. It's a no-win situation for everyone involved. Section 9, the road ahead, navigating the future of ethnic studies in California. So, what's the solution? I don't know, but I do know that we need to find a way to talk about race in America. We need to have honest conversations about our history, and we need to do it in a way that doesn't divide us even further. Our kids are watching, and they're learning from us. We need to set a better example. We need to do better.